everybody, it's Rachel. I'm sorry I'm shouting. I'm just so excited because it is the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. 2020 is in the past. We are leaving it behind. We are moving on to 2021. I mean, 2020 wasn't all that bad because it was the start of my little YouTube chat, weekly, bi-weekly, sometimes once every couple of, like 3 to 4 weeks. It is the start of my experience of video documenting my knitting journey, and I also expanded my knitting friendships and social circles, and I am in contact with a lot more people than I was before 2020. So I guess it's a bittersweet moving on, moving forward, seeing what 2021 has in store. So I hope everyone is safe and healthy and taking care of themselves. What did you get accomplished in 2020 that you were proud of? I wore my Spark Cardi because I love this project, and I also think this was the first project that I really documented in terms of this little weekly WIP sessions, from buying the yarn to working through it to steeking to the finished project. So I have decided to wear this today for this video. Last time we met, there was a lot of Christmas chaos happening, and I am relieved that we have moved past that. There is still one outstanding gift that we will talk about, but I will quickly just go over what I have finished. I have started some more projects. Yarn has been delivered so I can finish a project. I feel like we got a lot to chew on this episode in the figurative sense. Yeah, the figurative sense. So let's get started. So I did have a finished object. I actually had 2 finished objects, the same object, and if you watched my last video, I had a little bit of a last minute disaster because I was trying to make a certain hat. I don't even want to say what the pattern was because I'm sure I was the issue and it wasn't an issue with the pattern, but the hat really got away from me and it really just was something I needed to start over. So I had to start over again. I made up my own little hat pattern here with bobbles. I made 2 of the same hat essentially for 2 different people. So here's what it looks like finished. Because I didn't use a formal pattern, I don't think there's like really enough to talk about to do a separate video, so I'm just showing it to you here. It's nice. The outstanding Christmas gift is supposed to be a tennis sweater. It is supposed to be for my dad. It is, I don't know if you have ever seen the catalogs or just the look, the aesthetic of tennis. They wear these V-neck vest sweaters. That's what I wanted to make. I had a pattern, got the yarn, Cascade 220, never got around to it. I swatched for it. I got my swatch right here. You can kind of see it. There's like there's a mild cabling texture. It looks like it comes through like in typical Rachel fashion. Like the one I swatched in 2 different sizes. The one you can see it, the one is a little bit of a disaster, but unfortunately I just measured my swatch today and it is measuring too big. So I'm going to have to re-swatch, go down a needle size or 2 and see if I can get closer to gauge by going down. So unfortunately, I think that once I have the corrected size and once I cast this project on, it's something that's going to be pretty easy. It's knit in 2 pieces, so it's knit flat and you seam it together. Sure, if there is a little bit of drama with the project, I will find it, but we'll move through it. Once I get started, I'm confident that it will move pretty quickly. It's just getting it started. I want to make sure that all my ducks are in order, so to speak, before I start this project, because I don't want another hat incident. Enough said. So this is a quick little project. It's not really even worth taking credit for it, but it's technically a finished object, so I am. I got my husband a brass bowl and he just asked me to make something little to rest it on, so I did. There you go. Done. My Salem sweater, it's been a couple of weeks since I have talked about this because I ran out of yarn. So this is where we are so far. All I have to do is knit the sleeves, and I'm happy to say that today the yarn arrived for me to finish. So I'm hoping to dive into this and finish this, just get it done. First of all, because it should have been done a while ago, over a month ago, or probably about a month ago for the test knit. And then second of all, it's gonna be really comfortable to wear. It's another one that's mohair and fingering weight held double. So it's gonna be a joy to be able to wear once it's done. So I'm really excited about finishing that. Another project that I casted on today is called, oh my goodness gracious, the Beloved hat. It's by Tin Can Knits. This is all I have done, but it is for somebody in my family is expecting a baby. So I'm making this hat as a gift. And the baby is not due until March, so you will all be very proud of me to know that I am getting started on this early. Essentially, when I had to, I know I said I wasn't gonna go back to the hat, but when I had to redo the hat, I was able to get 2 hats out of one skein of yarn. So I have a whole lot of extra of this yarn to go because I initially had 2 skeins for two hats. So I'm planning on making this hat and maybe some matching booties and then maybe a little blanket or a sweater, or we'll see. But I got a couple months to play with that. The last project, I'm trying to think mentally. So my Westfjords Wanderer shawl, that's been a while since I even have touched that. That is something I'm planning on jumping into again. Hopefully by next weekly WIP, I have some kind of significant update on it. At least I want to be done the bottom part. But the project that I'm very excited about for 2021, to maybe start off 2021, are my socks. So, well, I shouldn't say my socks. I'm going to make socks and I'm going to give them to my daughter who has been waiting for socks for about 4 years. So the pattern I'm using is called Sisters United Socks. It is by Caitlin Hunter. It is using a DK weight yarn. So I figured maybe since this is my first official pair of socks, the DK weight would be a little thicker and just a little less taxing. Like maybe it won't take as long. There is color work. I am using Brooklyn Tweed Ranch in Escarpment, which is this like rusty color, and then Natural, which is like a white. I got a lot of Brooklyn Tweed last year on sale. They did this factory sale and you could get, I think it was like 70 or 80% off. So I have a lot of it to play with. I just gauged or knit my gauge for the socks. So it's still wet, I'm waiting for it to dry. And I always do 2 different sizes. So hopefully the measurements work once it's dried, and that's something else I can cast on. So lots of excitement. I definitely have enough to keep myself busy. I really hope that by the next time we meet, I have at least made significant progress on this Christmas gift sweater, because if not, I'm in the doghouse. We'll see, but no worries. I am not stressing myself out in 2021. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna have fun. Is there anything you are looking forward to knitting this year? Is there anything you're looking forward to learning this year? I know I would like to maybe think about at least learning more about the elements of design and more about the math behind knitting, so that way I could maybe tweak some patterns to better fit me or better fit people I'm knitting for, or maybe even design something on my own, but we'll see. Happy 2021 and happy knitting!